The Canadian political landscape is ablaze with debate. Pierre Poilievre, the Conservative Party leader, has thrust a bold plan into the spotlight. He promises to counter US trade pressure with a defiant Canada First agenda. This comes as US President Donald Trump has escalated his rhetoric, threatening tariffs and even suggesting Canada's absorption into the United States. Poilievre, a fiery orator known for his combative style, has seized on this moment. Supporters praise his resolute stance against perceived US bullying. Critics, however, accuse him of reckless nationalism, fearing damage to the crucial economic relationship with the United States. Poilievre envisions a future where Canada harnesses its own resources, reducing dependence on its southern neighbor. The outcome of this debate will shape the country's economic future for generations to come. Central to Poilievre's vision is the creation of an east-west economy. This ambitious plan hinges on the construction of pipelines stretching from Alberta to New Brunswick. These pipelines, according to Poilievre, would unlock Canada's energy potential and reduce reliance on US markets. Proponents argue that this energy corridor would bring significant economic benefits, creating jobs and boosting investment. Critics, however, raise concerns about the environmental impact and question the economic viability of the pipelines. The debate over the East-West pipeline network highlights the complex trade-offs facing Canada. Balancing economic development with environmental protection is a challenge with no easy answers. The decision of whether to proceed with this project will have far-reaching consequences for Canada's environment and economy. Poilievre's plan goes beyond infrastructure. He has pledged swift action against any US tariffs imposed on Canadian goods, promising a dollar-for-dollar response. This aggressive stance carries significant risks, potentially leading to a damaging trade war. Poilievre argues that a strong response is necessary to deter further US aggression and secure a more equitable trading relationship. In addition to retaliatory tariffs, Poilievre has promised a resource revolution involving sweeping reforms to Canada's natural resource sector. He plans to repeal environmental regulations and streamline the approval process for pipelines, mines, and port expansions. However, environmental groups argue that Poilievre's proposed reforms will lead to environmental degradation and jeopardize Canada's climate change commitments. They fear that short-term economic gains will come at the expense of long-term environmental sustainability. Poilievre's bold pronouncements have shaken up Canadian politics. His Canada First message has resonated with some voters, particularly those frustrated with the perceived encroachment of US influence. However, Poilievre's approach has also alienated some Canadians who worry that his aggressive rhetoric will damage the close relationship between the two countries. The Liberal Party, meanwhile, is in the midst of a leadership race, with Mark Carney and Chrystia Freeland as frontrunners. Both have criticised Poilievre's approach as reckless and irresponsible, advocating for diplomacy and cooperation instead. The Canadian public is divided, with some drawn to Poilievre's strongman persona and others wary of his nationalist rhetoric. As the political battle lines are drawn, the stakes are high. The outcome of this debate will determine not only Canada's economic future, but also its identity as a nation.